Hey folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. Today, Thursday, June 10th, 2010. Well, folks, the markets have been gyrating here over the course of the morning and afternoon session, but it's all on the positive side. The markets had a huge gap up this morning, took out yesterday's highs, and that's an amazing feat because yesterday, late in the day, we sold off very, very sharply from a big gain of 110 points on the Dow to go negative by 40 points. So you had a reversal yesterday from where we were at the highs of the day to where we closed of 150 points on the Dow. Today, we took that out to the upside. As you can see right here, here's your pivot high from yesterday. The markets on the third candle of the day crossed right through it and went up to my next key level. At that point, you have a topping tail put in place. Long tail closing the lower 25% of the candle. That signals a possible top in the markets, and oh, so how right it has been. Look at that. Has one candle since then taken that high out? Absolutely not. This again told us that the high of the day was in for now. The market sold off of that, came back down here, bounced right around the pivot top. Look at this pivot top right here. And again, I'll draw an X right through it. That pivot top ends up being support. The first comeback into that level becomes support there. Just minor support, not major support, obviously, because you never confirmed above it, which is another in the money stocks methodology signal. But nonetheless, support right there. The market bounces up, goes right back to this key level here. Notice this trend line, folks. This trend line has been a great trend line throughout the course of the day. A little bit of a double top right there. The market then sells off, comes through the little bit of a pivot here, comes back in. Where does it go? It goes right down to this gap window. Gap window, again, the area where we opened the markets on the day. It was also a key level that I had on the charts for my premium members yesterday in the chat room and in the nightly video. This level, again, very, very important. We, again, yesterday went above it, never confirmed above it, and came back below. And again, that signals a major level today. Sure enough, you come right back into it here, bounce back to the double top right from this pivot, and then pull back into it. You never get below. You hit the 50 moving average, pierce it, close below, but you never confirm below. And again, the in-the-money stocks confirmation signal is an unbelievable indicator that, again, will tell you every which way this market is going, no matter what. It is an unbelievable, probably most priceless thing that we've discovered is probably along those lines, along with certain count systems as well. In any case, the market has rallied up back above this line. You got back above the double top. You never confirmed again. Therefore, you could easily pull back. Market does pull back here. And again, we're just chopping now in the afternoon session. This is all about the euro today. The euro Chinese data. We had some good Chinese data. The euro, let me punch up that chart right here. And you can see the euro, again, closing yesterday right here. And look at where it is today. I mean, it's in a huge manner to the upside. Again, I bought this FXE. I gave the alert in the hot charts and alerts a couple days ago at $118.98. It is now traded as high as $120.97 today. That was the high of the day up here. It's pulled off of that level just a little bit, but nonetheless, what a rally, what a good profit. I continue to hold it with $1 in the money stop at this point. And money management is number one here at In the Money Stocks. Disciplined money management. Again, I'll call out the trades. I give the trades in the hot charts and alerts in the Pro Trader watch list, you name it, in the nightly videos as well, all included in that research center. And bottom line is, folks, when it comes down to it, these trades make you money. As you can see, proofs in the pudding right here. A couple days ago, bought the euro, saw the signals in the charts that were telling me the euro was going to bounce. Sure enough, we did bounce on the euro, and again, I'm up about $1.50 or a little more, about $1.65, 67 on the position. I'm ultimately looking for $2 to $2.50 on the position, and again, we almost got to $2 today, then pulled back a little bit. I do think that happens over the next couple days. All right, that's just one play. There was another play, an oil and gas play, nailed that for over 10% yesterday, still holding with a break-even stop the second portion. AK Steel is having a good day as well. AKS, let's punch that one up. That's up about 46 cents on the day. That's another position. And again, just making money hand over fist, folks. That's what it's all about. Bottom line. And again, everything's available in the Research Center to guide, to teach, to educate, and to give you profitable trades. Now, what else is moving today? One thing that kind of is bothering me about this market today, folks, and overall, I've had a small upside bias for the last couple days, which is proving to be very, very accurate. But one thing that is bothering me is Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs cannot catch a bid, folks. It is down about $4.50 today, just off the lows of the day. And the crazy thing about this is, folks, the markets are at their highs of the day. I mean, you're just off the highs, I should say. The Dow right now is trading up about 180 points on the day. That's a huge gain, 1.8% gain on the Dow, up 180 points. points. NASDAQ is up 35. S&P 500 is up 20 points, or almost 2%. And here Goldman is down $4. And Goldman is a leading indicator for this market. So while I did go to a positive bias over the last couple days, it's a positive bias with break-even stops on positions, in the money stops on positions, and having taken some of the positions off the table for some good profits. And I think that's the important thing here. This market is a wild market. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little more upside in this market over the next few days, but don't be surprised if the Goldman indicator here, which is down $4 on the day, is telling us this is going to be a bumpy ride, and you need to make sure to lock in profits, break-even stops across the board, so you can make sure to, again, have profits in your pocket and never risk anything, again, in a market like this. Now, BP was a big culprit of why we sold off yesterday. Today, BP is having a nice bounce, although it's coming off the highs pretty dramatically, but as you can see, still up on the day about $2. This is where it closed yesterday, right here. And again, today it is trading right here. Was up much, much more. Was all the way up here. But again, kind of in that middle range, up about $2 on the day. Other drillers that sold off sharply yesterday, APC and Anadarko Pete right here. This is still up about $3, $2.75 on the day after getting crushed yesterday. Look at that chart. Sold basically $8, sold off $8, almost $10 in total from the highs yesterday. And again, getting a $3, $2.75 bounce. RIG was up more. It is coming in now as well. And again, these drillers, after a big time bounce, are showing some signs of weakness here this afternoon, although still positive on the day. But again, Goldman Sachs is the big worry for me, I have to say. Goldman Sachs is telling me just to be a little more cautious in this market as it's hovering down on the day. When the markets are this strong, Goldman Sachs should be leading this market, not lagging this market. And as an indicator for the overall market sentiment and indicator of the strength of this market, that is not a good sign nonetheless. JP Morgan is having a great day. ExxonMobil is having a great day. Chevron, what a move on Chevron today, up $2.36. That is a monster move on Chevron, folks. And again, this was one of our key plays on the Pro Trader watch list, along with some other plays as well. All big money plays. They've been removed now off the Pro Trader as less and less traders are now watching them after they made so much money on the plays to the upside here in the market over the last few days. Now, a couple other things to look at. I was just isolating some Chinese stocks, some Chinese small cap stocks. They are looking extremely attractive down here, especially if we can get a bounce in this market for more than just a day or two. If you got a week or 2 weeks of sideways to up market, even if it didn't go up that much, I think these Chinese stocks would really wake up. I'm looking at key stocks like CNAM right here. Look at this. Was $11 not long ago right up here. And again, now it's trading down here at around $3.65. That is a cheap, cheap play right there. And that does tell me that there is due for a bounce. I mean, you could literally see a bounce up to this 50 moving average in one day. Just a little bit of a squeeze action there. Other key stocks I've been looking at, CSR, China Security and Surveillance, basically trading at a 3 to 5 PE for the current year or next year. And again, a 3 to 5 PE on some of these Chinese growth stocks is just an amazing thing. NIV, Nivs and Telemedia Group, again, trading at $2 per share after just being about $4.40 not long ago. This, again, they should make 50 to 75 cents or so this year. Next year, probably even a little closer to that 75 plus cent range next year. And this is, again, to $2 stocks. You're talking about a 3 to 4 to 5 PE on some of these stocks that are having growth rates of 20 to 30 to 40 to 50%, and that to me is insane. So again, I'm isolating some value plays down here. And again, anything in the Chinese market is obviously a little on the risky side, but the fact of the matter is you show me something with a PE of 3 or 4 or 5, and I got to be looking at it very, very closely to possibly play it. I mean, there are so many other stocks here. SKBI is a very cheap play as well. This is SkyStar Biopharma. Look at this thing. Was literally $12. Now it's $6 just a couple weeks. You're talking about 50% market caps knocked off. These are profitable stocks. That's the big thing, folks. You're talking about SKBI making a couple bucks or $1 to $2 in value here. You're trading at about a 5 PE or so projected out. That is pretty ridiculous for a lot of these growth stocks. And again, these are small cap stocks, have a lot of growth, and they've just been hammered because everyone is too scared to pick them up, and they're thin. And when thin stocks are out there, people dump the thin ones and really crush the stocks. When they come back, they'll come back with a vengeance. But we have to watch for the correct entries. These are all stocks that I'm watching. I will be picking up. Some I already have. But again, that's for premium members to know, and which ones, obviously, the entry prices and everything. And I'll continue to look to pick up some of these other ones. Another one I've been keeping my eye on is CAGC, China Agritech. You can take a look at that stock. It's been beaten down from $30 back in March down to a level of around $10 now. And again, it does look like it's cheap at these levels, with making over $1 a share in the current year. Could be something of interest, trading at around a 10.9 PE going forward. All right, just a little idea there about what I'm looking at, but you need to join the Research Center to really get the inside information, get the guidance on the markets, and continue to get the profitable plays. Literally an 8 out of 10 ratio of winners to 9 out of 10 ratio, 80 to 90% success rate on the trades. Again, that's a beautiful thing. Best out there, obviously even better than hedge funds or money managers on the top of the line. Take care, folks. We'll talk to you soon.